With one foot in college and the other in the entertainment industry, MSU students turn their dreams into reality on the next Carpe Diem. First up is Ivory, a videographer and photographer who found his purpose through a camera lens. Let's take a look.
My name is Ivory Fennell. I am age 22, and my major is criminal justice. Okay. Growing up, it was really hard for me because one of the things that got me into like art-wise was just being different. You know, I wasn't a typical norm person to do football, baseball. I played it all. Was I good at it? That's a different story. But you know, I can say that photography and videography has saved my life in a lot of ways that not a lot of people can understand.
Ready? Yeah. Nah, I do better. Here.
The relationship I have with my clients is very intimate. It's very, we speak real stuff about whatever. They tell me their story, and sometimes I might tell them my story because it's very interesting to see how, like, who you are as a person. You know, cause I love to shoot, like, just real. I don't want to just shoot, like I said, I don't want to shoot anything that's just so fake and so, like, uptight. I want to be able to get to know who you are as a person. I really take, initiative to what you're saying.
All right, so today we're going to meet with Anthony. He's a really cool friend of mine today, and I'm excited to meet with him.
My name is Anthony DeLuke, and I am an actor.
Make sure you look comfortable doing it. I want you to feel comfortable with it. Right? They're like, there we go, my G. There we go. Nice. Nice.
I think it's more important to just, if you're going to class and then you're just going back home, especially in college, it's not healthy. I've done that before because I was going through something where I just didn't want to do nothing. I felt not motivated. But I feel like if you stay on campus, you join different kinds of clubs. You literally can I bring my camera now more every day to just shoot. Even when nice days like today is, you shoot. It's perfect. You're outside, you're meeting people and stuff like that. Because if you're just going to lock yourself in a room, who's going to know who you are? Who's going to see you? When I touch a camera and when I shoot with somebody, I just look at the picture. Sometimes in the beginning, it's very awkward in the beginning of the shoots because you're nervous, you can be stiff or whatever. But when I take that camera and I shoot, I'm looking at the person, I'm like, wow, I'm about to create art. And I love to create. I always feel like I never want to be a bandwagoner. I never wanted to follow somebody for this and that. I'm making something out of a person. And I'm seeing, like I said, I always like to see somebody's truth. And when you talk to them, when they get deeper, you see it and you're capturing it. It can be a lot of off guards, it can be a lot of smiles, it can be a lot of deaf stare poses. But I used to want to become an actor growing up as a kid. I used to deal with productions like Annie, The Jungle Book, The Wiz, and Aida as a kid. When I went to 7th grade, I started going to a school called Plainfield Academy of Arts with Advanced Studies. I did theater for my 7th grade year. But I took this class called TV production, and with TV production, it made me realize how much I wanted to create. Like I didn't realize that we were making little videos of things, and we just put it together, and people liked it. And I just started like doing little projects and things I always wanted to do in my mind. And it just made me realize, like, you know, I'm not really a in the front kind of camera person. I actually just want to just create. So since then, I started creating with video, which goes into my 9th grade year of high school. I met with somebody that was doing a production company in our town from Plainfield. And I said, oh, okay, we need a videographer. I said, bet, no problem. I did the videography for him, and we just started doing a business. It was myself, and we had a music engineer and a photographer. But the photographer wanted me to also do photography too. So I started learning photography. I started learning editing. It made me realize still pictures and stuff like that were easier than film sometimes. But I love both of it. You know, it was something that gave me joy. My first camera was actually a Canon T5i. I was very happy. You know, we saved a lot of money for that, and it was just one of those things where I get to create instead of borrowing people's cameras for 3 months. Be like, hey, can I have my camera? Like, I don't know. Like, you're supposed to get that camera back, to be honest. Like, say stuff like that. And like, I just having my own thing made me realize I can do it. So just having that escape, having that camera in my book bag, having it in wherever I want made me feel a lot better. I love to shoot people, architect, nature, and myself sometimes. My style for shooting is basically street photography and interviewing. One of the things is what you do is you get, as a person, as a client, I like to have a relationship with my client when I'm shooting them. You never want to make it too awkward with them where you're like, all right, here's a camera in my face, it's okay.
Fix your tie, actually. It's a little crooked. Pretend you're fixing yourself up right now for me. Put your head down a little bit. You can go. I want you to be natural with it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just give me this face. No, I'm going to have a conversation with you. Like, so, like, how was your day? What do you think of this and this on the news today? And, like, who are you as a person? Like, you create that relationship with your client and you make them feel comfortable. Because I'm not looking for just a straight model pose. Anybody can do that. But I'm looking for somebody to just give me real life, reality, you know?
Okay, so right now, I just got home from the gig. We have over 700 photos from the shoot today. So right now, we're going to upload it to Photo Library. And for Photo Library, what I usually do is I look through the photos that I like. And I do process elimination for it. So right now, I'm going to basically just see if it's worthy or not worthy. That's how I edit. But it usually takes me about 4 hours maximum because there's a lot of photos that I like.
I think students should, honestly, if you really have a passion for what you do, just do it. I don't think we should just say, you know, because I feel like my actions speak louder than my words. And I feel like if I'm going to talk about what I like to do, that's fine. But I need to set a goal for me to do it. Every day is not easy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to literally work hard. I have to ask people, hey, do you want to shoot for me? Hey, you want to do this and that? Like, it's a business where I have to network with a lot of people. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But I'm not going to give up for what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? You have to literally, like, sacrifice a couple of things for yourself if you really want to make it. It's always about the experience with photography and videography, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get that experience, it's just like, okay.
Singer-songwriter Meredith Faye turns her life lessons into music on the Spotify and iTunes charts. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Meredith Stankus. I am 22 years old. I'm a public relations major and I'm a singer and songwriter. Thought I'd end up with Sean, but it wasn't a match. Wrote some songs about Ricky, now I listen and laugh. Started singing back in 6th grade when I joined the choir in school, and I thought that was like the coolest thing back then, to be in the choir. And from then on, it just progressed, like my love of music. So I started playing the guitar my freshman year of high school, and I started playing piano my freshman year of college. So in between all of that, I started writing my own music around 14, 15 years old, and it's just progressed from there.
Here now, and that's all that matters. So, Meredith, thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me so much.
That's no problem. Meredith just dropped her EP back in December, am I right?
Yes.
Called Lessons Learned. So, my question to you is, you're a college student. What made you decide to... Actually, before we get into your music, why don't you actually tell us a little bit about yourself? Your major, what year are you, stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, so I'm a public relations major.
Okay.
I'm a senior, so I'll be graduating in May. And I'm an RA here on campus in Hawk Crossings.
Okay.
What else do? I make music on the side.
So that's why you're here.
Yeah. So when I transitioned from my music just being a hobby into actually being a passion of mine, and I decided that I wanted to release an EP and release it on Spotify and iTunes, I was actually sitting in my friend's living room, and I just come to her last summer and I was like, hey, I want to like record a few songs, get them down. I just want to get some of my feelings out. And I just turned to her, I'm like, hey, like how much would it be if I wanted to put this on the bigger platforms? And so we started researching and we discovered that it was a really simple process to get my music onto Spotify and Apple Music and all that. And so once my EP was completed and everything, I submitted it through a digital distributor called CD Baby. CD Baby is a digital distributor and it's online, so all you have to do is upload your music to their website. It can take up to 2 to 3 weeks to get onto Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, stuff like that. They oversee your work, make sure that it's correct, make sure that it's your original music, and then you're good to go. When I am songwriting, what comes first is the music. So for my entire EP, everything was written on piano. So I play around with sounds, I play around with chords, the way I'm feeling, how I want to express myself through the song, and then the lyrics just come to me.
From her latest singles from her new EP titled Lessons Learned, Meredith Faye.
Dreams, can you stop what you're doing to me? Creep in my mind when all I want to be now is free. Wake up in tears 'cause I see your face now when I sleep. Harder to breathe when I want, but I cannot be free. Take your time, take your time, take your time with me. I'm not broken, I'm just bruised a little, baby. Take your time, take your time, take your time with me. I'm not broken, I'm just bruised a little, baby. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. When things end, they end and they don't ever look like they seem. Sorry's just sorry, but heartbreak is harder to clean. A band-aid can hide, but my heart is still hurt from your crime. Someday you'll look back and say, I crossed the line. Take your time, take your time, take your time with me. I'm not broken, I'm just bruised a little, baby. Take your time, take your time, take your time with me. I'm not broken, I'm just bruised a little, baby. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. Time will go by and I'll be just fine. Time will go by and I'll be just fine. Time has gone by and I'm doing just fine. Time has gone by and I'm doing just fine. Take your time, take your time, take your time with me. I'm not broken, I'm just bruised a little, baby. Take your time, take your time, take your time with me. I'm not broken, I'm just bruised a little, baby. Hurt me. Love ain't what it seems. Was it you? Was it me? Only time will tell if you can be free. Betrayal, that ain't me. Did you find yourself hurting me? Cheat, what'd you do? Your mama's got a lot of praying to do. Damn boy, why'd you do me like that? Turn my heart into your playground. Damn boy, why'd you do me like that? Turn my heart into your playground. Did you have fun running around? Turn my heart into your playground. Loved you, told you every day that I loved you. Did you mean those words? That I'd always be your favorite girl. Damn boy, why'd you do me like that? Turn my heart into your playground. Damn boy, why'd you do me like that? Turn my heart into your playground. Did you have fun running around? Turn my heart into your playground. I hope you had fun, 'cause the fun is over. At my expense, you walked all over. Damn boy, why'd you do me like that? Turn my heart into your playground. Damn boy, why'd you do me like that? Turn my heart into your playground. Did you have fun running around? Turn my heart into your playground.
Ever wonder what it's like to live a double life? Well, MSU student Selassie is no stranger to playing both roles as a student and a model.
Actually, it feels so unreal, to be honest, because I'm in college, going to school, doing my thing, studying hard, but at the same time I model. And so just to see that I'm on the cover, it's yo, Lassie, is that you? Sometimes I look at it wow, that's me on a magazine. My name is Selassie. I'm 22 years old. I'm a senior in college, and I'm a public health major. Usually when usually when one person tells you something, it's okay, I hear you. But when you hear it all the time, and if everybody's seeing the exact same thing, it's oh, maybe they're really seeing something. And it's when people usually see your potential, it's wow, you could see my potential even before I saw mine. Growing up, I always knew I was gonna do something and ended up doing it big. I just didn't know what that would be. So could be modeling, I don't know. But if everybody's seen that thing in me, I was you know what, I might actually just give it a shot. I would say at first, what really appealed to me when it was just when I first did my first shoot and I saw how I looked, I was yo, I look good. And I was wow, I was is that me? So I was wow, Selassie, you? But now that as I'm doing it, what thing I really like about modeling is the process. So every day on campus, Sam's Dining Hall, this is where I go every day to get my meal. All right. I usually get brown rice. We get a little bit today. All right. So, gotta get my carrots, of course. Gotta get that vitamin A, You gotta get the kidney beans. I do eat healthy, and this is not something I've always been doing. I became a vegan, so I was just eating completely vegetables, no meat, no nothing. And throughout that whole year, I'm wow, I'm really a vegan right now. I'm eating healthy every day, and I could thought I would never be able to do it. So that's also like a confidence booster. So this is one of the machines I usually use, the tricep machine. Because of modeling, the type of model I am, I really can't get any bigger. So I just do workouts to stay in. I just like to stay toned and in shape. So if I have a like audition for like a specific casting, or I usually wear either black denim, blue denim, because that's what they usually prefer. They want you to come in looking plain, not complicated. Picking out outfits, I'm a very simple guy. I thought about the color yellow today. It's like I was feeling the yellow vibes today. And I was like, wait, I have a pair of pants that got a little yellow on it. Then I was like, wait, I haven't worn my Doc Martens in a minute. But I realized they had like a little hint of yellow alongside. So then from there on, I was like, you know what? I know what I can put together. It's kind of like I envisioned the outfit before I wore it pretty much. So I was like, this all just came from the head, freestyled it. So my dad came downstairs. I remember it like it was yesterday. I told my dad, because my dad works in the city too, so I was like, you know, Dad, I actually want to go make a visit to this agency real quick. And he said, are you ready? And I was like, hey, I'm ready. I was like, what do I have to lose? So the first agency I visited was MSA. Well, it used to be called MSA, but now it's called State Management. When I walked in, they tried to go for like an open call. Luckily, I guess the manager or the head of the who usually directs the models wasn't there. He was on vacation, so they told me to come back. So I was like, you know, okay. I was like, next. So I went to Red, the modeling agency I used to be signed at. So the first time I went there, I was like, man, I saw a lot of people in the open call in the line. I was like, wow, this is crazy. This is my first time at an open call. All right, let me hop in my bag. So as I'm standing in line, I see everybody just getting rejected. Like the guy, he was very blunt, and his name was George. He taught me a lot too. Much respect to him. He was very blunt, so he would see some of the models there, like, yeah, you don't have what it takes. You don't have what it takes. What makes you think you're a model? Rejected. And I was like, oh my gosh, like for real? I was like, dang, this might happen to me, but like I said, I was gonna focus on myself. So I'm coming. That's the line that's getting shorter and shorter. I'm like, okay, I'm about to come up. Let me get for real. So then this guy that was in front of me, and mind you, these are like handsome guys too. So I'm thinking like, okay, so they can get dubbed. I can get dubbed too. So it's possible, but let me keep my head straight. So when my turn came, he was like, what makes you think you're a model? And I was like, to be honest, I think I have the looks and I just have what it takes. And plus other people told me. And he was like, well, really? I was like, yeah. So then shortly after, he said, go sit down. So I'm thinking like, okay. So as I sat down, he was asking me for like my measurements. I had to pretty much sign a form, signing like my measurements and everything, writing it down. I didn't even know all my measurements. I didn't expect, I was like, oh snap. I didn't expect it to escalate like that. So pretty much shortly after, he said, it was other models that also got selected like me too. So they wanted to go do a shoot outside in the middle of the street. So after we did that shoot in the middle of the street, everybody was like looking at us going crazy. And that's like my first professional shoot. I'm like, oh snap, this is lit. Everybody was stopping and breaking their necks and looking. I was like, man, like we really just killed it. And then shortly after the next day, he was like, oh, he was willing to sign me. He wanted me to sign me under that agency after like my first road trip. I feel like it's important, aside from school's important, but I feel like it's also good to, dip your foot in something else too whilst you're at school. Because I feel like in college, it's important to like get to know more about yourself. It's all about, I feel like college, the phase of college is like really getting to know yourself as an individual, seeing what you like, seeing what you dislike, maybe hobbies that you might like to do, because you never know. Trying one new thing could be like, wow, how come I never tried it all these years? Like I actually enjoy it. And the thing is, when you enjoy something, you just do it for the love of it. You're not even thinking about the money, the fame, and everything comes with it, because you just love it because it makes you feel away. So just imagine doing something you love, and it's like, wow, like I love it so much, and I'm getting like, you could possibly get paid and level up from it. It's like, why not? It's all about, at the end of the day, it's all about the intention on why you're doing it, and you can't fake that. So usually, there are times where I had class, let's say I have class on Wednesday, and I can get a call from my manager saying like, they wanted me to meet up with an agency or like do a shoot, like an important shoot. And knowing what, like, I have class, let's say 5:30. So it's like, man, this is an important class. Like, what do I do? Do I miss class or do I go for this opportunity? So this when the sacrifices come. It's like, okay, at least with class, maybe I could like find my way to tell the professor like what I do outside of school. Cause sometimes I don't tell the professors. Earlier I didn't tell the professors, but now I started telling them like, yo, like, I'm a model. Sometimes jobs come up for me, and I just want you to let you know ahead of time so you don't think I'm just trying to miss out class just for the fun of it. So I would tell them ahead of time, and sometimes I'll just make the sacrifice and make that move and go to the city instead. Because like I always think about it like this: if I don't go, like imagine the opportunity I miss. And I was like, what if it's this opportunity is like I can end up meeting the right people I need to make my next move. Networking is very important, and I think about that all the time. So it's like that sacrifice. Should I go for it or should I just go to class? If it's like a test, I'll have to take the L because there's some things I'll have to pass up on. It's like a test is very important. I'm not getting no bad grades, but if it's just like in a class, I'll make the move for it for sure. But when you do something out of love and passion, because you just love it, things just start to fall in your favor. Because it's just it's at the end of the day, it's all energy at the end of the day. So things come your way when you're doing it from the internal. You can't fake that internal feeling of what you love doing. It shows too. Yeah, and it's like the modeling process, it kind of helped me grow in ways I didn't think so. Like, it made me closer to God. It made me more in touch with the universe. Like, I started to become more in tune with those fields because of modeling. It made me start eating healthier. Like, I went through like some journeys. I'm just not a person to tell my experiences, at least not now. I'm a very private person. But like, I feel like it made me a better person. So like, and now it's like a confidence boost. Is when you're doing something, you're seeing yourself grow. It's like, yo, it's lit. And that's how, so now I take myself for example. I tell people this all the time. Once you find your art and what you feel like you're passionate about, you're going to be great.
Well, that's all the time we have right now. If you want more information on Carpe Diem, send us an email at carpediem@mail.montclair.edu or give us a call at 973-655-5158. Thanks for watching.